Does networking really work?
A question we are asked often, may I say, and that's the one we're going to answer in this episode of Ask Emma and Tim.
So welcome to Ask Emma and Tim, the show for British experts and advice professionals who want to reach more people, make a bigger difference and earn money while they sleep. So networking, let's face it, nobody likes going networking, but it's a really great way to build your business, as long as you do it right. And what we find is that we come across a lot of people who go networking in quite a random way and end up in a room full of people who are all networking, and actually all the people that need to be there are outside of the room. And that kind of networking doesn't really work. And I'll give you a really good example of that. We had a client recently who sells aloe vera products, and she was spending a lot of time networking in business networking groups. And she phoned up and she said, well, I do lots of networking. That's how I'm trying to get more business. So I said, well, how long have you been part of the network? So she said, well, about 18 months I've been going. And I said, and how many of your product have you sold during that particular time frame, the 18 months? She said, well, none. So I said, well, it's costing you money to go to those networking events and you're selling nothing. So, my advice would be to stop going to that business networking event. And then she said to me the line that has been my most favourite line of all things any client's ever said to me. And that was, she said, yes, but Emma, they've all got armpits and teeth. And of course they do indeed have armpits and teeth, but their focus of attention isn't on their armpits and teeth when they are at a business networking event. So the first thing really is to absolutely focus on your customers and where are they and what's their focus when they're at their networking.
And I think you could probably spend pretty much every day of every week networking if you weren't too careful. And we know quite a lot of people who get fairly close to doing that with very little result. So picking up what Emma's just said, the first rule of all of this is go where your customers go and where your potential customers are likely to be. And then when you get there, there are a whole heap of skills and strategies attached to networking. We don't have the time to cover those today. But what I will say is this, when you get there, please, will you do just one thing for us? And that's listen. Listen to people. Find out about them. Find out about them. Find out about their businesses. Be interested in them and bring them towards you in that way. And then, when they are interested, when they're with you, when they trust you and know you and like you, then offer them something. Offer them something that's going to be of real value to them. And taking kind of a leaf, if you want to, out of our book, we got our first 70 members out of networking, purely out of networking. And the way we did it, very simply, is this strategy I'm going to share with you now. We got to know them, we got to like them, and then we offered them the opportunity to come and join the two of us for a couple of hours at a breakfast event. Gave them some coffee and croissants as well. I mean, we got them there, obviously.
Bribery.
The thing that really, really worked was the fact that in those 2 hours, we stacked in value. And as a result of that, we ended up with pretty much 20, 30 people in the room. We would get something in the region of a 70% conversion from that into our trial membership. Now that's got to be good business. But the way we did it, find the people, the right people in the right place, go in, listen to them, and then offer them something that's really of great value to them.
So if you've got a networking story that you would like to share with us, please do comment underneath, and we would love to hear from you and answer any questions that you might have about your networking.
And we'll see you next time.
If you're ready to break the time for money trap, Visit www.ipacademy.co.uk and sign up for a month's free membership of our Information Product Academy.
And when you do, you'll get immediate access to all the recordings and transcripts from our recent masterclass series, where we interviewed 10 internationally famous information experts who shared their best content with us.